Welcome to the installation video of ATI's new aluminum Picatinny rails. Warning: place the safety on the on position and carefully inspect the firearm to ensure it is unloaded. Install the side Picatinny rail by placing it into the slot in the forend. Place the provided nut on the inside slot of the forend. Slide the screw through the rail and tighten. Do the same for the other screw and nut. For the bottom Picatinny rail, screw on the swivel stud onto the rail. Use the small plastite screws and connect to the forend. For the bottom portion of the AK handguard, place a nut on the inside slot of the handguard. Place the screw through the rail and tighten. Do the same for the other screw and nut. For the bottom Picatinny rail, place the screws at the bottom of the stock. Insert the rail onto the slot. Screw on the swivel stud onto the rail. Using the provided screws, place through the rail and tighten. Do the same for the other screw. For the top portion of the AK handguard, place the rail with the 3 holes. Place the nuts in the appropriate spots. Place the screw through the rail and tighten. Using the same process, tighten the 2 other screws. Place the rail in the slot on the side of the gun stock. Place the nut on the inside slot of the gun stock. Place the screw through the rail and tighten. Using the same process, tighten the other screw. Install the bottom 4-inch Picatinny rail by placing the slots on the bottom of the stock. Place the nuts on the inside of the bottom of the stock in the appropriate places. Insert the screws through the rail and tighten. Using the same process, tighten the other 2 screws. Install the 7-inch Picatinny rail by placing the larger portion into the front slot of the cover. Place the nuts in the appropriate places on the inside of the cover. Using the screws provided, insert through the holes. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, tighten. Using the same process, tighten the other screws and nuts. To install the side and bottom Picatinny rails, you must remove the metal insert by unscrewing the 2 Phillips head screws. Remove the metal insert by pulling it out of the stock. Install the side Picatinny rail by placing the nut on the inside of the slot on the inside of the gun stock. Place the screw through the rail and tighten. Do the same for the other screw and nut. The bottom 6-inch Picatinny rail has a slanted bottom. Place the rail onto the slot, making sure it fits right. Place the nuts on the inside of the bottom of the stock. Insert the screws through the holes. And tighten the screws. To complete the installation, you must use a 6/32 drill bit to drill out the 2 remaining holes. Due to the thickness of the stock, you must use the 1/2-inch screws provided. Using the same method, place the screw through the rail and tighten to the nut on the inside of the bottom of the stock. Reinstall the metal insert and tighten the 2 Phillips head screws. Using the nut provided, place on the inside of the stock. Place the side 2-inch Picatinny rail on the side slot. Place the provided screw through the rail and tighten to the nut on the inside using a Phillips head screwdriver. Using the same process, install the other screw and nut in the other side Picatinny rail. Install the bottom Picatinny rail onto the slot. Using the nuts provided, place in the appropriate spots on the bottom of the stock. Hold down the nuts while tightening the screw and do the same for the other screw. Using the same process, place the nuts on the bottom of the stock in the appropriate places, being sure to hold on to these nuts while tightening the screws